jungle. That's a bit different.
I think we've seen this one before from them. A couple of flashes across, but it's not going to create too much space. Well-played positioned CTs. Both going to fall, and that's an opportunity for GODSENT to get this bomb planted, but Heroic looking to retake with the man disadvantage.
Yeah, it's 2 entries. The flash is ready for the CT push here. See if Taco's going to send the boys in.
In comes that flash. Felps, though, playing close here at the missile. Second flash across. It's going to blind every one of the Heroic members. But it's the big swing from GODSENT, looking to just lock it down before Heroic have an opportunity to crack their way back into sight. stavn, however, has that kit to play with. Still a little bit of time, and a line going to be found as well. dumau almost taken out of the equation. But there it is. The tap comes through. Taco's position now known with this Glock spam coming through. stavn wants to stick it, and they've still got time in it to win it. Taco has to figure this one out, and last second, he's going to be able to... Going to be looking to connect there with the scout. Barton threading the needle through the smoke, but he's going to be running into stavn. And that's a rifle now retrievable. Taco, however, not going to be giving the CTs any chance to reposition. So, great trades coming through. A-site dominance is here. And Heroic thinking about going for it, but only if they can find a pick.
Yeah. Can't do so. Taco, a little bit too strong on the site. sjuush is able to trade one back, and Latto playing contact off the con players should be a setup for success, especially with the Dink setting up Latto for the swing. And swing he does. Looking to clean up refrezh as well. Jumping shot, very quick top con smoke. And window and top mid smoke, and they're just looking to take the fight. But sjuush, a great flash to set that fight up for stavn to contest connector. Gives the man advantage in the meanwhile. GODSENT all the way out the B site.
Smashing their way straight onto B. Great defensive smoke from TeSeS as cadiaN not going to be able to hold from short. TeSeS falling as well. felps doing a huge job to crack open this B site and turn the tide back into GODSENT's favor. But for how long? Barton, he's got that Mac 10 to play with. And dumau, he's also been taken out earlier on in the round. So we'll see if Heroic are able to make their way back in. GODSENT, they want some form of info. But who's going to be pushing for it? Latto, first point of contact with a couple of boys to swing off him. Holding the line, expecting the second swing through. sjuush comes in, better late than never. But there it is. All of a sudden, it's a 1-for-3 trade. And it's up to Taco to look to clutch. There's minimal time remaining. Smoke going to be dropped on the bomb. And no kit to play with. Over the top, and they don't clear van. And sjuush, he's gone down. refrezh has to commit to the defuse. Taco. Game's gone. We're going to see here Latto. Very fast approach out of A main. Going to throw in some of that aggression that we were talking about. Molly towards triple, and both CTs looking to face together here through that jungle smoke. And they've drawn a whole lot of eyes as the bomb starts to make its way out B. dumau with an entry. And refrezh really has to pop off here. Surviving on just 9 HP. Continuing to go forward. And hoping that the rest of the boys can come and draw some attention because the man has his knife out in the smoke. He's looking to stop it. One from behind. cadiaN over the top. Another. And just like that, GODSENT have to rely on felps to try to clutch it. One found, but no more. There it is. First round on the board. Util spent by Heroic to try to set up TeSeS for success here. Boost over the top, and there it is. First kill found.
Yep, and immediately Heroic just ducked back out of middle. GODSENT still have some in control. Taking con off of the CTs. Taco is still outside of A ramp. He's going to throw a smoke to help these Ts come up through connector, but cadiaN's got it covered. Heroic just playing around this connector control perfectly, Mac.
Just trying to force their way in now as stavn. Oh, he's just dodging bullets, man. Has to be lucky to be alive. Taco going to be traded out, and sjuush locks things.
As well as the window smoke pretty quickly after the top mid smoke, and they are just gunning it straight in towards the bottom side of corner, just trying to take those tools. They're trying to get felps into the action nice and early, but these last 2 rounds he has been first picked by the A1Ss. At least Barton's getting some work done on the extremity, trying to entry out of A. Beautiful one taps from him, Mac.
Just making his way on. Creating a whole lot of space for GODSENT to set up for this A site post plant. Beautiful timing on the smoke, but stavn forces his way forward. With the isolated fights, though, you're not going to see GODSENT go for anything too crazy, just looking to position at sandwich, Tetris, and A main, and look to play off one another. With Barton, of course, being the point man and hoping that no one comes in from CT. Fortunately for him, Heroic not coming in that direction. Flash over under Balk now. Taco blinded. Molly forcing Barton straight out into the open. And just like that, it's back to the 3-on-3, but the time is a factor. Taco not going to be able to strike as dumau goes down. Are they going to be able to get onto the bomb in time? No! I think they've left it a little too late. And GODSENT, great patience, just holding from those passive positions. Get refrezh. Just jumping for info. Defensive util thrones down. It's actually cadiaN to connect there from the window pillar. refrezh spotting the jump over the top, and the bomb's gone down. So in come those rotations. You got felps maybe trying to cut one off over towards top mid. But GODSENT, without the bomb, it's going to be so difficult to get back in. But they're looking to thin those numbers out.
Yeah. felps trying to take space the only place he can, really, because they know they're not getting out of B apartments. But unfortunately, stavn's got that covered from short.
Big nade.
Both of the AWPs just locking down the B side of the map right from start to finish.
And cadiaN just finding the nasty line from on top of the bloody hunt. Ooh.
Not a great start, though. cadiaN is just moving around everywhere with the AWP.
We'll see if GODSENT are able to fight for some more map control. They refrezh, overextending at mid, but this could be traded. But the nice nade, latto loses so much util as well. You hate to see it. As sjuush just going to be expecting that push in from Taco. GODSENT, nothing going right for them at the moment, but it's off the back of some great individual performance from Heroic. Nice and close, ready to trade round after round. And felps, he's only got 9 HP to make this work. 1 bullet from TeSeS locks down another. And Mitch roll, and they're not going to be met with too much defense. Down again, though, lurking here in the window smoke.
It's going to be a quick A split. Straight up con. It's going to be again on stavn to control these players coming out of con, but unfortunately, he's let a bit of a leak in there. felps finds the opener onto cadiaN. Barton doing good work, opening up the A site, and stavn gets cleaned out of the smoke as well. Latto keeping that one in check. So another beautiful round from GODSENT. After a bit of a dry streak, I was really thinking to myself, this is a 7-6 half that does not look close to me. But that round from GODSENT being so clean fills me with a lot more confidence.
Form of info there at mid. Bomb creeping its way in through apartments. Let's refrezh. Oh, they've got the bait set up. TeSeS jumping for info. Molly a little too deep, but it will force those T's in behind the arch. And now this push comes through, but there's contact. Bomb down at Van. This is going to be hard for GODSENT to bring their way back unless latto does that. Ripping heads off on those entries. cadiaN already here and looking to stop the bomb from being planted, or at least lock down that control of the back of sight. Great util to buy some extra time here, but the numbers so thin for GODSENT.
Yep. dumau further putting GODSENT in a good position here. And latto has just been a standout of this round. That's going to be the third for him.
Oh, sjuush, though, could find a way to bring this back if he threads some bullets perfectly. Latto in a solid position there on the short side. Short plant, and that's the info. sjuush down to 73. Couple of bullets onto dumau could lock it down, but dumau happy to play the bomb timer. Rapping, playing silently, sneaky, and he's got sjuush in the...
Because that probably means you're from a different dimension to the rest of us. This is interesting as well. Heroic setting the pace straight up through window, fighting in towards the murder hole at 1 minute 35. refrezhes where the CTs by guns.
He certainly is, and he's found one of the CT guns as well, which has one-tap potential, but so does the one in the hands of the CTs. Latto going to be able to answer with one, and the A site bust gets stopped in its tracks. Smoke going to be dropped defensively, so felps there's a bit of extra cover to dance between triple and default. sjuush not going to be able to make that short jump, so has to go for the...
Really simplifies things for Heroic.
And that has given a little bit of util into the hands of the T's to play with, but looks like it's already been used just to get TeSeS onto the line. felps just creeping up under the window. He needs to find the perfect timing, and it's a freebie onto sjuush. cadiaN falling at the same moment, and it's TeSeS now looking to make this happen. Tap onto the bomb, but it's Barton with the kit now, and there's no line found. TeSeS needs to fight for it. How's the coverage? Not good enough as TeSeS. He's going to fall.
Point. So that's exactly what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and break it. Drop a couple of AKs over. Got some Deegs to work with as well, and dumau just eats those up for breakfast.
Well, there's force buy again. Looking just to cause the upset with that lack of economy GODSENT had after the last round. But with a 2-man advantage, They have navigated the start of the round well. 3 members still surviving for Heroic, 2 of which of those AKs in hand. refrezh just relying on catching the timing with that deagle. Hitting a crisp one. But GODSENT positioned appropriately. Nice and passive.
Yep. Giving Heroic enough rope to hang themselves with. Trying to punish them for putting a toe out of line. That's exactly what Barton does. Very quick little 2-tap from him. Dumau dives straight into Palace after seeing that mid control being taken by Heroic. Well aware of where all those T's are positioned. And GODSENT just further extending their advantage. Felps catch refrezh in the side of the head. And
Enough, but Felps with behind that molly is going to be locked right into Con and stavn. He's going to read that like a book. So trap was set. And it's going to connect as latto able to trade for at least one. There's that jump into window. refrezh. He's going to hear Taco making his way to balcony. Taco doesn't spot refrezh initially, but he's going to be able to take the engagement. Lost, though. And that's going to be the B site for the taking for Heroic.
Yeah, they've still got that contingency plan. In fact, multiple of them. stavn's all the way into window. sjuush starting the pressure out of A ramp.
The bomb.
Yeah,
Look at it.
I know, it's going back to A. GODSENT's still got 3 players on the site.
And that is the AWPer found. Heroic walking straight on into the stack. They know that there's at least 2 of the 3 CTs remaining. Barton as well under Balk. And the stack, it's working out. 20 seconds. There is no hope for cadiaN to...
They were anticipating the rotation towards B off the back of...
We'll see how this one goes. Taco managed to pick up another flash over from Market to get himself, or to get dumau rather, onto the line. Who's found one, but great spacing. Allows the trade to come through. refrezh. Not going to miss those ones. Taco in the open. Not expecting that short swing. And there you have it. TeSeS cracking open the B site. Felps now a lot of pressure on his shoulders to try to equalize before he gets too deep into the post plant. But he's looking at the economy. He's worried. And they know they have some rounds to play with. So Heroic, they've secured themselves a breath of fresh air. 3 alive for them after cadiaN's fallen. But at the same time, you know, GODSENT, they've still got the lead. They're very worried about that economy. Latto's got money for days. He's sitting on bank. But Taco, almost cracked. Barton, his buy will be leaving something to be desired if they did all die here. So, very respectful. 4 kills in the round, and there's going to be no more.
Yeah, just future-proofing their economy for further gun rounds.
Single flash invested. A couple of mollies as well. Filtering out under Balk, which has caused them some issues before. So, really adapting, but so are GODSENT to change that CT setup. Barton going to be forced out into the open. And he's got an opportunity to strike here, but how's the timing on the swing? You've got cadiaN a little bit further back, and TeSeS just dropping in front of him. Oh my lord, sjuush! He says to Barton. And dumau wants to try to stop that bomb from going down. No connection. Taco locking down window. 2-man swing, though, is too much. And Heroic, with the trade, take back that man advantage. And they're in some very solid positions just to lock down this post plant. refrezh, though, 23 HP, 1 bullet with a nicely timed peek from Felps is enough. Flash to A main now. cadiaN fully blinded as Felps looks to make his way out. Molly forces him into the open. Such great utility usage from GODSENT, but it's down to the 1-on-1. And dumau, he's tapped it. But there's no peek from TeSeS yet. And it looks like he's just going to try to wrangle it in the edge of the smoke. Now TeSeS looking to connect. Oh, barely connecting onto the torso. dumau goes down.
Obviously. It's going to be the investment for GODSENT. Not a pretty looking one, and Heroic is going to pick up the pace straight onto this B side. All of the boys out, and this sees so many CTs who are swapping to the pops back. They're all blind, but they're still all here and fighting.
Well, dumau gets himself into a solid position to deal with refrezh going in through the smoke. He's going to flash his way forward, but cadiaN, great coverage. And dumau's out of the equation, but Taco is not. The man's just going to be playing with that secondary. Barton now in a 1-on-2, looking to navigate his way back in. Untapped, but cadiaN over towards the bench tight line, and Barton survives. But who's going to be able to win this one? Barton on the cross already to the default pillar. cadiaN. He's seen these plays before. It's Australia, by the way. Some people thought we were British before. So, we're not. Now, Taco. Let's see if he's going to be able to hold it down. Big damage from those mollies. and
Wow.
GODSENT just stop the push. Heroic trying to run it back exactly like the previous round, and it has not worked as expected. But cadiaN, late lurk up mid, unspotted. Felps scoped though the silencer. It's gone around the corner. Barton teaming up with him. And Heroic, full reliance on stavn to make anything happen in this round. He's got a 1-on-4. It's not impossible, but it is going to be very damn hard.
It's been a standout for Heroic in this game. GODSENT just completely shut down that round with the utility, with the protocols. But all that hard work could be undone. And even if stavn pegs back a few kills here, it does matter. GODSENT, they want to win this round cleanly if they can. Wow, he sticks it first plant.
Whoa.
Not respecting the CT player.
Full confidence. And that's what he needs to get back into the round. But it's going to be a swing in from CT. Now putting himself in between a whole lot of GODSENT members, but just trying to be that turret.
Flashes in and taking mid control for themselves, so they're just going straight up short. A different approach to this B execute that been thrown time and time again. That's going to leave pressure on Taco's shoulders, but he handles it well so far, Mac.
So far indeed. Man's just looking to do a little dance, has a flash up high, and it hasn't created enough space, but that's going to be the bomb spotted over towards Africa, and no trade coming through now. dumau, gets on the line a little bit late, so bomb plant will come through. Latto, however, bringing it back to that 3-on-2 as dumau chimes in. Nade. How's the placement? 10 HP remaining on TeSeS. And he's relying on refrezh to do the big work. There's that second nade to follow. 1-on-3. refrezh. This man's had a stellar game so far, but he's got a whole lot of CTs to get past, stuck in the corner. How's the timing of the swing? He's feeling it. Latto to trade, and GODSENT take it to match point.
Beautiful from Latto. Another impact multi-frag from him. A pretty solid buy. Heroic not respecting it, picking up the pace straight into connector, and the trades are good.
Yeah, it's looking nice for them at the moment. They know dumau's just hidden here in jungle. But I'm not sure if they're going to be able to force him out just yet. Full reliance on the Barton as well there at CT, who's spotted on the jump peak. Throws himself a nice little one-way to play across. Heroic starting to collapse on the A site. dumau deep in CT, stopping that window boost from having any impact. sjuush, he made his way under balcony, and stavn connects, coming in from stairs just in the nick of time. And the spam! Taco! Almost able to save the round. Knocking at market door. And it's all up to Taco to try to lock it down. Just an empty. It looks like at the minute mark, we are going to see Heroic start to throw some util. But they've still got sjuush over towards A. Looking to put some pressure on both extremities. refrezh. Here he is. Trying to find himself an entry. Taco. In a dangerous game here over the top of Van. refrezh fully realizing that this is a common position with this smoke. And he's just going to play it patient. No one on short to help Taco, who wins the engagement, peeking his little head up. And off the back of that, the bomb now starting to make its way up con.
Yeah, two-man crossfire on the A side of dumau. dumau could still do work, but Heroic now starting to get rid of that jungle angle. But Latto again is going to multi-frag, Mac.
This is it, and sjuush in a 1-on-4. It's a big ask for the man, and that is it. Upset City for GODSENT, who take the best of one. And we're going to see Heroic and FaZe in the low